Alright, Lions, so today, alongside the news that we did get with the new end of month banner being a true Shikai Ichigo and Vostan Dich Uryu, we also do have a new resurrection badge coming our way, releasing tomorrow. This does happen every now and then when we don't get any data mines. So I guess that's kind of cool. We're finding out they're resurrecting today, and then they are going to release tomorrow. And in this case, it is going to be the Lunar New Year, RUKIA, and also RANGIKU. It was a one-off seasonal banner for Chinese New Year that they never ever did again. I mean, that happens though, it's not the first and it probably won't be the last. But I was actually a fan of this banner, and while you're probably not going to use these characters all too much nowadays, especially Rukia, because she has been since replaced, I feel like some people still use her in GQ. I mean, her damage output is lacking, but I would, even if it doesn't matter all that much, I would like to see Rukia pick up fire duration. That was one of the most annoying things with this character's release, is that she was clearly designed in mind for Guild Quest. I mean, every character is, but she was never immune to the fire duration you would see in that Guild Quest phase. Now, I am a RUKIA fan, so this artwork is actually really cool. I just overall love this design that RUKIA does have going for us. So, quickly having a look at the skills that she does have. So, she is a 2022 character. We are now, I guess, in 2022 for resurrectable units. She was January end of month, so this character pretty much released 3 years ago today. Oh, I guess it was it 4 years ago today? Damn. And absolutely crazy that this character is now 4 years old, I guess. But what you'll see here is that the character does have Flurry +1 and also Bruiser at 60%. What we have been seeing with resurrectable characters is that it does go up to Flurry +2, so I'm expecting a pretty good damage increase here. Her range damage is just for Guild Quest, so 10%, 13 Guild Quest. Maybe with that, I would love for them to take away the Berserker, if they possibly can, and give her extra damage multiplier. Maybe, for example, more damage at full stamina. She already does have the booster skill, and she also does have follow-up, which is, again, a really nice quality of life skill for normal type damage characters that, honestly, we don't see all too much. Does this character have any innate skills? She does. So she has freeze duration. So is it even possible for her to get fire duration? I'm really not sure what this character is going to pick up here, besides potentially just Flurry +2. But also, when it comes to the soul traits, we still need it. It's been years at this point. We don't have normal attack damage and recharge as soul traits. We're probably going to see maybe some type of duration. Maybe more damage at full stamina, more normal attack damage would be great. Overall, any more damage for the soul trait would be nice to pick up, but I really do want to see recharge and normal attack damage because it's just a rare combination that we just don't ever see. So with that in mind, let's have a look at what she is going to be getting. So when it comes to the obtainable soul trait, it is actually a really good soul trait. More normal attack damage inflicted at full stamina. So when you are at full stamina with this character, or you are using it as a soul trait, you pretty much are getting 40% more normal attack damage. And since she is an old character, if you are like me, for example, I do have a max transcended, that is going to be a very good link for any mind normal attack damage character. So I guess the standouts here would be the other Rukia that we did get, the Cuba playable art, Misaki. To be fair, not that many, mind normal attack damage characters that realistically where this link would be really good is in Guild Quest. So it's really just Nanana, Misaki, and also Rukia. Potentially Shunsui if you are still using him. Going into the skills, damn, that is interesting, but I'm not a big fan of it. So we do have Bruiser going up to 80%. The Berserker is still there. They did give her Flurry +2, but this is the first time that we are seeing this where it's only for Guild Quests. So again, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because outside of Guild Quest, you have Flurry +1. I don't like that because we have seen characters be given Flurry +2 everywhere. That's kind of been the norm. So it's very weird to see here now that she has been given Flurry +2. But only in Guild Quest. I'm not sure why they've done that. Maybe it is because this character always had Guild Quest skills, technically, with the range damage bonus. This was around the time they started to test Guild Quest skills before it became what it is now, which nowadays we barely even see Guild Quest skills. Most characters, unless you're Shunsui or Uryu, are being given Frenzy free. Most characters are given Flurry free. So not a big fan of this particular skill here. No reason to kind of nerf the character or hold back an old character in particular. Just give her Flurry +2 everywhere. Would have been good for content like Senkemon, for example, where you could get a good use out of this character. I mean, the damage increase is nice, but honestly a bit disappointed here that it's only Flurry 2 in Guild Quests. We've kind of, again, moved away from that when it comes to new characters, especially normal attack damage characters. I best not be seeing this again more often for resurrectable units. Other than that, she did get start barrier +7, which I guess is nice, especially with the obtainable soul trait, which, to be fair, is the most important part. So, you know, while the upgrades aren't really exciting per se, you are getting a good soul trait, and you also are getting 75 additional spirit orbs if you do own the character. But also, unfortunately, what I'm not a big fan of here is that they have kept the freeze duration. So even though technically they have upgraded her for guild quest content, if you were to use it there, probably not, because you aren't even immune to burn. You know, nowadays we need 200% resistance. Rukia, this one doesn't even have 100%. She still has freeze duration, which isn't helping her out because this guild quest phase is fire duration. So that's a bit unfortunate. But continuing on, next up we have Rangiku. I don't think Rangiku is going to get anything super crazy here. I think the standout of the banner was always Rukia, so if she isn't getting a good upgrade, I don't think Rangiku is either. And besides that, she's quite a mediocre character, truth be told. The best we can hope for here is a good soul trait, especially because she is going to be more available compared to, I guess, limited Blood War characters that resurrect. But chances are what we are going to see here is just paralysis damage as a soul trait. I guess it would be nice to see Frenzy too, and you know what, because she has an increased stat as an enchant, I would love to see an SP boost. Even if I'm never going to use the character again, an SP boost, Frenzy 2, and a Berserker increase would be great to see, especially again for Senkamon content for those Rangiku fans, because she does have a cool design. Unfortunately, gameplay-wise, not really a big fan of her gameplay. Her strong attack here is a shave type pushback SA1 that doesn't do much damage, and then her SA2 is a beam forward, so she has a very linear gameplay where it's just damage in front of her. Doesn't make for the most exciting gameplay possible. So with that in mind, scrolling down, so we do get damage to paralyzed enemies as a soul trait. That was kind of expected, to be fair. But I guess it is enhanced. You are getting 22% instead of the usual 20%. I believe the innate skills are the exact same, and then we do get Frenzy +2, not in Guild Quest, so I guess that's nice to see. So we do get Havoc. I think she always had that. She did. Berserker's also gone up to 40%, so basically the bare minimum what you expect with resurrected characters. But in a way, that's a good bare minimum, right? Just Frenzy 2, overall 80% Berserker. We're putting up Shunsui numbers here, boys. We're putting up Shunsui and Uryu numbers. Unfortunately, kind of missing a skill here. I think it doesn't matter that much, but you can see, like, you know, Rukia does have all the skills maxed out here. We're kind of missing a skill spot. That could have been a perfect opportunity to give an SP boost, just because why not, you know? Why not? So it's an okay resurrection badge. I would say maybe on the lower end, actually, more so just due to this Fly +2 in Guild Quest. Would have just loved, because she's a fun unit, I would have just loved to have seen Fly +2 everywhere. But I guess the most important part is going to be the soul trait and also additional orbs. But if you do own the characters, it's 150 just in time for end of month. So with that, now let's have a look at some of the newest characters that are about to resurrect, I guess, in the coming months, right? Again, when it comes to Burn the Witch, not really sure when they plan to do those. They are collab characters, so as always, they are going to work different. I feel like they should have resurrected by now, especially because we did get 2 Burn the Witch patches in the last 7 months, right? But since they didn't do them, I don't know if they're ever going to resurrect. Burn the Witch units might be in the same line as free characters where they're just not going to get done, which is kind of a shame because I would love to see some good upgrades for these characters. Other than that, though, potentially what we are going to see is that the next banner is going to be Spirits Are Forever With You. We're finally potentially going to start those because now they are the oldest characters to resurrect. But then again, I think they always were. Because, I mean, yeah, when it comes to Rangiku and also Rukia, we kind of jumped ahead of time, talking like 7-8 months maybe ahead of time, because these are all 2021. Most characters are from the year 2021 that still need to resurrect. These are our first set of 2022 characters, and I guess it's good timing because, you know, Chinese New Year's coming up. Remember, when it comes to seasonal characters that do resurrect, it usually does happen during the occasion. You know, expect Valentine's characters to resurrect during Valentine's if there are ones available. Sometimes that's not always the case because we did just get White Day characters resurrected early this month. So we did get 2 batches this month, fortunately. And White Day isn't until March. So maybe they should have held out on those characters. And then we're also getting to that point again where there are arena characters. So we're kind of wondering now how arena characters are going to work when it comes to their resurrections. Are they going to be put into a, you know, a group? And then also, which I was kind of surprised it didn't happen this month, we are still very close to 6th anniversary Ichigo and Aizen getting their upgrades. Honestly, I'm more excited for Ichigo because he's going to get the biggest increase here. You know, Ichigo, for example, only does have Frenzy +1, so getting Frenzy +2, a potential SP boost and a good upgrade is going to be more exciting compared to Aizen, who already does have Frenzy +2, but it would be great to see him pick up some Berserker and also an SP boost. Normally, when it comes to anniversary characters, they do resurrect during the anniversary or at the start of the year, but they didn't happen this month, so not sure when they plan to do those, but that will be coming up sometime soon. They could be holding out, I guess, maybe till like 11th anniversary. Hopefully not, but we are getting very close to the point that we are going to start getting some, you know, Spirits Arthur with you and also 6th anniversary characters resurrected. I'm actually somewhat excited for Don Kanoji's resurrection. He's also a bad character, to be fair. Didn't age the best. The power creep hurt him very hard when it came to 6th anniversary because Frenzy +2 became a thing, and then it just started getting higher and higher with the SP boost. So characters like Don, who didn't have a good strong attack kit, very bad strong attack kit, by the way, and only Frenzy +1, kind of got left in the dust. So I would actually kind of love to see a good upgrade on him, even if it doesn't mean he's going to become like super OP, because again, his kit's kind of mediocre. So yeah, that's pretty much the next set of resurrectable characters, RUKIA and also RANGIKU. RANGIKU, I don't think is going to get much usage, to be fair, but RUKIA is actually a very solid soul trait. Just really hoping that Guild Quest Flurry +2 doesn't become the norm. No reason for that. If you do own both characters, that's 150 orbs that you can use for this upcoming end month if you are summoning. I know personally I am. With that said, let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.